James here with another great martial arts mindset training. Today we're going to talk about the success cycle, but we're also going to talk about the failure and survival part of the success cycle. Okay, let's get started with the quote. A ninja movement will bring you closer to your goals than a mile of intention. Although intention is great, intention is just, that wanting stage. I want and I hope, right? Intention is great until you actually take action. You're not really getting any closer or moving closer to accomplishing your goal, whatever that goal is, okay? So we're gonna talk about success cycle. Before we can do that, we have to really look at success, survival, and failure cycle, right? Success means doing our best consistently. Survival is good enough for today. And failure is putting it off until later, right? I can wait till tomorrow. I can wait till later, right? I gotta study for that test, but I'll do it on Sunday and the test is on Monday, okay? So let's look at it in terms of accomplishing our belt, right? Our next goal, whatever our next belt is. Maybe it's our junior black belt, maybe it's our youth black belt, maybe it's one of the belts in between. But if we start off learning in the new unit that we're at, and we're moving up towards success, towards first stripe, we accomplish our first stripe, and maybe you recognize this pattern, and then right away, we accomplished it. I stopped doing the things that I did to accomplish that first stripe, and I'm going back down towards failure again, right? I don't feel like I'm progressing. I'm kind of moving backwards. I'm definitely not moving forward, not getting any better. And then, second stripe is coming. So now we start doing those things again. We start practicing and maybe taking a look, what's actually on my progress stripe? And we're up here and success. Whew, I passed my second progress stripe. Thank goodness. And then right away, we stop doing those things again, and down we are here towards failure again, right? Maybe we fail completely, maybe we don't. But we stop doing those things consistently. Now belt exam is looming over us. It's coming. Belt exam is coming. It's on its way. I better start practicing again, getting ready for my belt exam. Oh, success. And then we come back here and we start all over again, right? So we might have something that looks like this, and we might be doing this in lots of different parts of our life, not just with our kung fu, but maybe with our homework, maybe with our chores at home, etc. Okay? So doing our best consistently is the key to success. So let's look at how we would like it to look. Okay. The success cycle. Success, doing our best consistently. Here we are at first progress stripe, and we're consistently reviewing and renewing, right? We're practicing. We're looking at what's on our progress stripe, what's on our first progress stripe. Let's practice. Let's review it. And we have these successes along the way. And we're not perfect, so we might drop a little bit, but we get back on track quickly, right? We might drop a little bit, get back on track, but here's also a notable difference. Exam prep, right? So those that are really doing stuff consistently, they look at it and go, I better prepare even earlier for my belt exam. I would definitely want to be prepared. I want to feel confident when I go into that belt exam. So I got some success there. I definitely feel confident. And then boom, I'm up here and I succeed in my belt exam. But this graph right here looks so much different, right, than this one right there, okay? This one is stressful, right? It's constantly emotional and stressful. This one, very little stress, because we're just doing things consistently. And what we're really trying to teach here is that the most successful people in the world are the ones who are the most consistent. That's why we're always talking about doing your best consistently, okay? Again, we said we're not perfect though, right? But it's how fast we can get back on track, okay? So let's talk about success cycle. This one for you guys looks a little bit different because we've got a couple extra steps and a few little moved around. So this is the more mature version of the success cycle, okay? More advanced version. Number one, you still gotta know what you want, but you also have to know why you want it, right? Why do you want it? That is so important for the motivation part, right? Number two, decide. Decision, so important. Decide that you really, really want it and that you will do or have it, right? I will do it or I will have it. I've made that decision. I don't know how yet, because we haven't even gotten there yet, but I've already decided. Number three, decide what you're willing to sacrifice to get or achieve it. A lot of times when we're going after a goal, we got to sacrifice something else. Maybe it's time spent on other things. Maybe it's free time, leisure time, screen time, etc. But we're working towards a really important goal, and those things are going to have to be sacrificed right now because of that goal that you're trying to achieve. So you got to decide, what am I willing to do to get it or sacrifice to get it? Number 4, get a success coach who has achieved or has what you want. Get a success coach who's already achieved it or has what you want, because those are the ones with the best advice. They have already proven they can do it, they've succeeded at it, they already have a plan in place. So they can help you with that plan and hold you accountable to that plan. Very motivating, very encouraging to work with someone who's already achieved it, okay? For instance, you want to become a black belt. Why are you great at martial arts? Because you're being taught by black belts, because they've already accomplished it before you did, okay? Number 5, have a plan and do what your coach tells you, okay? So it's more than just have a plan. You got to do what that coach, mentor is telling you to do, right? That's really important. You got to be teachable, got to be coachable. Number 6, review and renew your progress and your why. Oh, wait a minute. Why was I doing this again? Why did I want it? Why do I want to achieve it? So very important, okay? Celebrate and repeat. Make new goals right away before old habits set in. Celebrating is important. But as soon as you're done celebrating, and maybe before you start, you've already thought of the next goal. What is it you want to achieve next? Right? That's really important to keep moving forward and not fall back into old habits. Okay? So we're going to talk about failure real quick. We don't always get what we want when we want it, or achieve what we want when we want to achieve it by. So we've got 2 choices. One is we can take the failure along the way and we can stack it up like this, and it becomes very, very heavy and weighs us down, and becomes very difficult to stay motivated. Number 2, you can put it underneath you and help it make you rise. Use it as motivation. Go, well, that's fantastic, because now I know not to do it that way. Maybe through that failure I discovered a better way, an easier way, a simpler way, a smarter way, right? This is really, really important. It's your decision, right? The failure is the same. You just choose to decide what you want to do with it, okay? So let's talk about discipline really quickly, because usually in this mindset training we talk about I am disciplined, and discipline, you know, when it comes to motivation follows action, is so very important, because motivation by itself isn't going to get you anywhere, right? It's really hard to be motivated without the action. So we got to take action. How do we take action? We got to be disciplined. Remember, the definition of discipline is just giving yourself command and then following it. Give yourself a command and then follow it. That's simple, right? Tell yourself to do something, then do it. That's the action. Once the action starts, momentum starts, motivation starts to accumulate, right? Get some momentum going. Before you know it, you're really motivated because you feel like you're actually moving towards your goal. When you're not moving towards your goal and all you see is the goal and the want and the hope, sometimes it can feel very overwhelming. The best thing to do is don't be thinking about that. Focus on what you can do right now in the moment to take some action toward that goal, get some momentum going, so that you can get rid of how you're feeling, which could be completely overwhelmed by how big the goal is. Thinking about the quote again, an inch of movement, an inch, right? The smallest thing. Just take that one little action and get some momentum going, okay? Anyway, that wraps up our mindset training for the success cycle. Let's get started with class.